This is the island where I was born. The ocean in my backyard, lush jungles, tourist destination beaches. Guam is home to 170,000 people and about 30 miles in length. We are a U.S. territory. The Chamorro people are the indigenous people of the Mariana Islands. And although I am Chamorro myself, I, like so many others, do not speak the Chamorro language. That's because it's dying. Only 5% of people under 30 still speak it. I'm grappling with how to keep our native language alive for myself and for my kids, so that the language of our people doesn't end with a whisper. I don't know if the Chamorro language really influenced my upbringing. I grew up on MTV.
I want my MTV.
VH1, so I was watching a lot of music videos. I actually associated myself as an American, yes, I am an American, but I didn't think of this Chamorro people. I didn't imagine when I was a child that I was part of a specific culture, because I thought we were just generalized American. Especially the media I was consuming, there wasn't any Chamorro cartoons or Chamorro programming at the time for kids. So even as a kid, you put importance in the things that your parents put importance to, right? So it's like education, make sure you get good grades. So Chamorro, I don't think I really felt Chamorro or understood what that was until I had to take it actually in elementary school. When I think of the language, I think of her. My grandma is gonna be one of the last people that really speak it, And I have two sons, yeah, they're Filipino Chamorro, but I feel like if it dies with my mother and my grandmother, and what left do I have to give to them of their culture?
Huli na lingua Chamorro mamafnas matay. Udesesya na joko grandchildren mas matungo man Pinot Chamorro. Inaan mo. Sister the apple.
About ocean.
Ocean. Itasi.
In the 20th century, though, that's when the Chamorro language starts to become threatened. When the United States arrives, one of their major things that they want to focus on is the eradication of the Chamorro language. And so one of the main reasons why the Chamorro language starts to decline is sort of the connection where you have the punishments that Chamorros experience for speaking Chamorro, combined with pressures to Americanize and to assimilate into American culture. And so we cannot really understate how significant the impact is to have 2 generations, 3 generations of students go through a school system where the language you're learning at home, you go through, multiple years of schooling, and if you say even the word hafa, you get slapped on the hand, you have to pay your lunch money as a fine, you have to drink castor oil, or wear a sign that indicated that they were a bad student or that they were stupid because they had spoken their native language. After World War II, the language continues to decline, because the policies that the US Navy created where they had banned Chamorro in schools, they continued. Even though the US Navy was no longer in charge of the island, a civilian education system continued to keep those policies in place up until 1970. It's really unfortunate because this language has been around for thousands of years. It has survived wars, all different types of occupations, but it's really in the lifetimes of our parents and grandparents that we start to see it really declining and diminishing. We experience today the impacts of that. where the majority of the Chamorro people can no longer speak their native language.
The last time I felt the language was in my time as a cultural dancer. I had lost sight of the language and had grown disconnected out of convenience. The more I pulled away, the more I felt I was losing a big piece of my identity. With my grandmother much older and a father to 2 sons, it is my hope to find my way back.
Everything starts with us, right? And if we want to teach love, if we want to teach respect, it starts with us. And so I think the first thing you need to do is put it to action. You know, this whole idea of why we're together today and having this discussion is because of your experience of not being able to speak the language. So there's opportunity, there's a great opportunity now to learn it. And it's just how bad do you want it? And then put it to practice, use the resources. There's so many resources today, and start with you. And then advocate, be an advocate wherever you're at, wherever you exist, whether it's your job, whether, it's with your children, with your family. I'm a lover of children.
Yeah.
And so I came up with the slogan, Hasuzo, which means to remember me or think of me. Fanaguizo, which means teach me. And Naizo, Izoku, which means give me what is mine. And so what is it that we want to give them? And just say, I think of a child looking up at me and saying, Saina, don't forget about me.
Yeah.
Teach me your ways, because how could I know if you don't teach me?
That Samaru Saina name, what do you think my name should be?
Sana Pulan? Sana Pulan?
Sana Pulan?
That'd be good into moon. Sana
I like
Gumsun. Pulan means moon.
Pulan means
And
moon.
Gumsun
Saina
means
moon. Why,
octopus.
why did you choose Saina Pulan?
Ku hahasu na songan Sana Pulan sa kuaha get some chat di kelas kan ina si Pulan zan pero na English zan na English di pero na hamzina dos pas ano sa fa so na si at has Pulan panago.
What did he say?
This is why he
I know that our words can connect us to so much more. And through this journey, I'm opening up experiences for my children to learn our culture. Our ancestors this is where they spoke the truest language. You think that was another child's hand?
Yes.
That's our Chamorro people, like our ancestors, our spirit ancestors. You know that, right? And what does seeing this make you think about your culture?
That they're trying to communicate with us.
Do you see the spirit? Like it was the spirit that they painted. This is ancient pottery. Go ahead and put it in your hand. You feel that? They say when you hold this, you're forming a connection with our ancestors from thousands of years ago. 24 years later, I'm revisiting my fellow cultural dancers. As I once was given the gift of hearing the language through song, I now have the honor to be blessed by a new younger generation to guide me on my journey. My journey now is not due to the failures of my past. It's to preserve the memories that I can still gain with my grandmother. And it's a gift that I can pass on to my children so they can feel a connection that I had once lost. To know the foundation from which their identity was built. A resilient language, the Chamorro language, that only a handful of people are working so desperately to preserve. I may not be able to speak in the weight of the generations before me, but I can help spread our word to carry on the language through my sons.
Magufzu sa Chamorro. No.
Magufzu,
Magufu sa Chamorro.
Hasuzu, Fanagwizu, Na Izu, Izoku.